Do you ever feel like you're doing the same thing day in and day out, but no matter how hard you try, you just still can't win? Because I know I have, and I currently am still. But there's gotta be a better way to resolve this, rather than banging your head on the wall repeatedly, hoping to wake up one day with the goal being accomplished, or that sense of accomplishment just happens. And this is what I came up with. In order to make big changes in your life, you can't just prioritize the thing that you're trying to change. You have to think about every other aspect in your life and how each one of those things ties into the goal that you're trying to achieve. Think about what you're listening to, what you're reading, who the people you're spending your time with are. Think about your sleep. Are you prioritizing it? How many distractions are you allowing in your life on a day-to-day basis? These are all very important questions that will affect your ability to accomplish the goal in mind. And I cannot explain to you how much easier it is whenever you align all of these areas of your life to work alongside the goal that you're going towards, rather than having all of them stack up against you and work as a negative force to what you're trying to achieve. I'll use weight loss as an example. Think about your pantry at your home, and let's say you're trying to lose 10 pounds. It would be a lot easier to do that if within that pantry you only had healthy foods, lean proteins, no snacks, no junk, nothing of the sorts. But you could also see the vice versa, how it would be much more difficult if I did keep my extra cookies, maybe a couple brownies, and a couple extra sweet treats in there. This is a physical example of how all these little outliers and little factors play into that major goal. Now, I challenge you to view your life like you view that pantry. Why are you letting things that aren't benefiting you in life or actually dragging you back into the pantry? If you want nothing but amazing results, then you have to have amazing inputs, right? And you can work out in the gym as you would work super hard in real life to accomplish the goals at hand. But let's say you're still eating those cookies first thing in the morning. Let's say you're still staying up late and binging on the pizza and ice cream late at night, as the same thing could be to staying up late and watching TikToks or scrolling through Facebook for no reason. But without the proper nutrition, the correct inputs, the important sleep, the early rising, getting sun in your eyeballs, the staying hydrated, the eating a good diet, without these little other aspects of your life, once again, the diet in terms of the pantry metaphor, it's gonna be much harder to accomplish that task. This has been a big struggle of mine in the past couple months. I've wanted to make so much change and have worked so hard to make it happen. But I've realized how much harder it is to do that whenever every other aspect of my life isn't working alongside the goal. And once again, many of them being counterproductive to the goal. I was reading through some pages of my journal the other day and realized it's been about 4 months since I've been in what I like to call my flow state. And if you had asked me prior to a couple days ago when I actually looked at the date in which I was writing those journal entries, I would have said that was maybe a month or two ago. But realizing that more than 4 months has gone by, that's a third of my year being in a suboptimal state, really surprised me. And I didn't like it. And although getting back into that state is something I'm already working towards, that just gave an instant reminder to why I have to work that much harder to get back to that space. And this is especially important for what I'm trying to pursue here and the goals that I have for myself personally. In terms of this, the YouTube stuff, to think of the idea, to write the script, to get all the camera gear and all this ready, to do all the editing and post work and get it uploaded, it takes a lot of mental and creative energy to make it happen. And if I'm not fostering that in my day-to-day routine and in my normal life, then it's so much harder to make this happen. Some of these examples being my sleep, my gym schedule, my diet, literally my diet, what I'm eating. Am I eating junk food? Is it gonna make me sleep like crap and not have the energy for today? Or am I eating, my lean proteins? Am I getting my veggies in? Am I eating my fruits? And I have the energy to work throughout the day. It also goes with my daily meditations and my journaling and not scrolling late at night and not waking up to looking at my phone first thing and all these other little habits that just are counterproductive to achieving what I'm trying to achieve. For the last few weeks, I've been trying desperately to get back to that flow state, but I've been doing so without affecting any of the diet or inputs or external factors that contribute to achieving it. And I'm realizing just how much harder it is when I'm focusing all of my energy on just the main goal, such as doing the YouTube, such as trying to get my sleep back on track or journal every single day. When I prioritize just one of them, it's just not as efficient. But when I think about all the factors that are contributing to it and start one by one picking them off, picking up this good habit, dropping this one today, trying this out next week, putting my phone down early so I can make sure I go to bed on time, setting the alarm earlier so that way I actually wake up early, which means I'm tired and will go to bed early, all the little things that add up to get me the results I'm looking for in a completely separate, but just as connected area of life. And I noticed that a lot of people struggle with this as well. They try to improve their lives in one area, but continue to do everything else that's tearing them down at the same time. And how do you expect to grow in one area of life whenever the other 5 or 6 major key points are stagnant, if not coming down? Doesn't really work. And what I've realized is that this type of stuff isn't for everybody. But I'm trying to be extraordinary, and extraordinary things don't come without extraordinary effort or extraordinary work. We must coincide everything in our lives with the goals we're trying to achieve, or the people we're trying to become, or the life we're trying to live, if we want to get there in the most efficient and quickest way possible. Someone whose entire life is working synonymously with the goals they're trying to achieve will outdo someone who's working as hard as they possibly can, but still letting all these other factors draw them back. And this is what I plan to change through the end of this year. And I challenge you to question yourself with the same things. What areas of your life are and are not helping you become the person you want to be? And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I know the videos have been short, but as this video shows, we'll be doing a lot more with this channel towards the end of the year, and I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you all in the next one. Love you all. Peace.